We're here to dissect sources and, well, basically hand you the knowledge architecture you need. Today's focus is maybe a bit unexpected. We're diving into material from famous religious teachings, specifically words often attributed to Jesus. But our mission here isn't theological, it's about language. We're extracting simple, powerful English phrases and the concepts they carry. We're treating this source material like a masterclass in efficient communication and ethical instruction, tailored for quick learning.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. We were essentially using what was designed as an A1 English learning tool.
Yeah.
But we're immediately pushing the conversation higher. The simplicity of these phrases isn't accidental. They're structurally, well, almost perfect, potent intellectual shortcuts, you could say.
Right.
So we're asking, why these short sentences? Why are they so memorable, so impactful in, well, Western culture? And what can they teach us about communicating effectively?
Okay, sounds good. Let's unpack this. We should probably start with the absolute basics, the foundational stuff. These first three phrases seem perfect for A1 learners, simple structure, but they also, like you said, carry some serious conceptual weight right away.
Absolutely. The first one is, well, it's the classic leadership command, follow me.
Such high efficiency language. Why this phrase, though? Why not something more like, come with me, what's the difference?
That's a great point. Follow me does more than just indicate physical movement. It implies, well, adoption. Surrender to a direction someone else is setting. It's an imperative structure. It demands an immediate decision from the listener. In modern terms, you could think of it as asking for instant buy-in.
You hear it literally, of course, like, follow me to the exit.
Exactly. Or figuratively, maybe in a business context or even social media now, follow me. It clearly signals, I'm leading, you're adopting my path. It's very direct.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, here's why I think it gets really interesting. Shifting from a command about movement to a command about someone's internal state. The phrase, do not be afraid.
Yes, this one is profound. It acts as a powerful tool for cognitive reframing.
Reframing, how so?
Well, it's not just telling someone casually, oh, don't worry. It's deeper. It directly challenges the emotion itself, the fear.
I see. So it's like saying, reject the fear.
Precisely. It's an instruction to activate courage. When you're offering support in English, this simple structure of the negation, do not, plus the emotion be afraid. It's often much more immediate, more powerful than trying to give lengthy explanations or reasons not to worry.
It's very direct, very kind, too, when someone's genuinely scared.
It is, and it shows how simple grammar can convey deep comfort and encouragement.
Okay, and the third foundational one, the ethical cornerstone, often boiled down to just three words. Love one another.
Ah, yes. The structural elegance here is just, it's clarity. It's perfect.
Verb, object, very simple.
Exactly. Verb, reciprocal object, one another. The meaning is clear. Be kind. Prioritize the well-being of others. And it's delivered with maximum simplicity. No complex clauses, no conditions attached right there.
It's a core instruction for, what, social harmony? Cohesion?
Yes, precisely. For social cohesion. Delivered without any fuss. So these three, follow me, do not be afraid, love one another, they really form this essential architecture. Influence, support, relationship, all in a few simple words.
So if that first segment covered those really fundamental commands, our next step is looking at how these teachings move into encouragement, more like statements about identity. A lot of this seems drawn from the Sermon on the Mount material.
That's right. And here we find some really rich nouns, words that translate into positive identity labels. Take, blessed are the peacemakers.
Okay, blessed meaning happy or fortunate. But peacemakers, that's the key word, isn't it?
It is. It's the intellectual shortcut. It defines an active role. A peacemaker isn't someone who just wants peace passively.
They create it.
Exactly. They intervene, they stop disputes, they reconcile people. You don't need a whole paragraph to describe that kind of person.
You just need the noun. My friend is a real peacemaker. You instantly know what that means.
Precisely. It's high-value vocabulary packed into one word. And the second phrase you mentioned from the same context, you are the light of the world, that's pure rhetorical power.
It's a metaphor, obviously, but a really powerful one for encouragement.
Absolutely. It doesn't mean you're literally carrying a lamp.
No.
It means you possess something special, goodness, insight, something that guides others who are, metaphorically, in the dark.
It's saying you're important, you bring clarity, you bring good things.
Yes. It's a simple sentence structure. Subject, verb, complement, used to deliver arguably one of the highest compliments possible. It affirms value, importance, Impact.
You could say that to someone to really validate their contribution, couldn't you? Boost their morale instantly.
You could. And that's the power we're seeing in the source material, using these incredibly simple words, simple structures, to deliver really complex ideas about purpose and identity.
Okay, let's shift gears slightly. Moving now to the language of social interaction, how kindness and maybe reconciliation are expressed in everyday phrases.
Right. And the versatility of certain phrases is really key here. One that stands out is peace be with you.
This one's fascinating to me because you see variations of it across so many cultures and contexts.
True. And our sources show its dual use. It works as a formal greeting when you meet someone essentially wishing serenity upon them.
Like a blessing almost.
In a way, yes. But it also works as a warm send-off, a goodbye, again wishing them peace as they depart. It's incredibly versatile.
And it feels quite non-denominational in a way. It just communicates immediate goodwill.
It does. It's a beautiful, simple expression of positive intent.
Okay, and then there's the phrase that probably requires the most, let's say, emotional effort to actually mean, but is delivered with such stark clarity. I forgive you.
Ah, yes. The power phrase, as you called it earlier.
It really is. It's used when something wrong has happened, a mistake, transgression, and the speaker chooses to, what, nullify the debt?
That's a good way to put it. Nullify the debt. Linguistically, it's a declarative statement. It performs an action just by being said sincerely. It fundamentally shifts the emotional state of the relationship.
It expresses kindness, obviously, understanding, but also of voluntary letting go of anger.
Exactly. It signifies the surrender of resentment. It's arguably the peak of compassionate English in many ways.
Using I forgive you meaningfully. That signals high emotional intelligence, doesn't it? Especially in resolving conflict.
Absolutely. It's not an easy phrase to utter sincerely, but its impact is immense. It's about resolution and moving forward.
Okay, this feels like a good point to tackle something bigger. We really need to do a structural deep dive into the Lord's Prayer. For someone learning English, looking at this text, it's less about religious practice and more about understanding a template for formal petition, for sentence structure.
Agreed. It's a masterclass in structure. We start by defining the relationship and the setting. Our Father in heaven. Simple address establishes the audience.
Father, meaning dad, basically, and heaven meaning up in the sky, the place associated with God. Straightforward enough.
Then we immediately hit language that's, well, not common in everyday modern English, but vital for understanding more formal or literary texts. Hallowed be your name.
Right, hallowed. The intellectual shortcut here is knowing it means holy or sacred or very special. It's a high register adjective.
So the phrase means your name is deeply revered, held as sacred. Then comes the aspiration. Your kingdom come.
Kingdom like a country ruled by a king, but here it's metaphorical.
Yes, it's aspirational. Wanting that ideal state, that perfect moral governance, that way of living associated with the divine to become reality here on earth.
Okay. And that's followed immediately by a parallel idea, isn't it? Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Exactly. Parallel structure for emphasis. Your will simply means what you want, your intention or desire. The phrase sets up a direct comparison or aspiration between the earthly realm and the ideal heavenly one.
Then it shifts to practical needs. Give us today our daily bread.
Daily bread is such a great example of conceptual density.
How so? It just means food, right?
Well, yes, on the surface, the A1 translation is our food. But the deeper concept is sustenance, necessity. It's asking only for what is fundamentally required to live day by day. Not excess, just what's needed.
Ah, I see. It's economical language for a concept of essential need.
Precisely. It's a lesson in linguistic economy itself. Then we circle back to forgiveness, but with the condition. Forgive us our sins as we also forgive those who sin against us.
Okay, new vocabulary. Sins, meaning wrongdoings, moral mistakes.
Yes, things we do wrong, transgressions. And the structure here is crucial. It establishes a direct conditional relationship, reciprocity.
We ask for forgiveness.
Only to the extent, or because we are also willing to offer to others who have wronged us. It's structurally quite sophisticated and ethically very demanding.
Definitely. And the final petitions are about protection. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
Right. We get two key concepts here. Temptation, that desire or urge to do something wrong or unwise. It gives us the noun for that internal struggle.
And deliver us from evil.
That's the plea for rescue or salvation from external bad things, from harm or malevolence. So the whole prayer structure, if you look at it, it's a masterclass. It moves logically.
How do you mean?
It goes from reverence and establishing the relationship to aspiration for an ideal state, down to petitioning for basic needs and forgiveness.
Yeah.
And finally, asking for protection and deliverance. It builds a complete formal argument or plea.
That systematic breakdown really shows the incredible density, the layers of meaning packed into relatively simple sentences. Okay, let's pivot now. Let's talk about active language, the doing words, verbs, and also the vocabulary we can pick up from the parables, the ethical stories.
Yes, action words are vital. Action defines character in many ways. And we can pull out 5 really high-utility verbs that appear frequently in this source material. First, heal, meaning to make someone well, restore health, like the doctor will heal your cold.
Got it. Heal.
Second, pray, which means talking to God, often to ask for things or to give thanks.
Right. Okay.
Third, we've already touched on this, forgive, to stop being angry about something someone did wrong, to pardon.
Forgive, essential.
Fourth, help, simple but crucial, to give assistance, to aid someone. Can you help me lift this?
Help, everyday word.
And fifth, teach, to show someone how to do something, or to give information, like the teacher will teach us math.
Heal, pray, forgive, help, teach. Those 5 verbs are definitely central for expressing support, interaction, and learning in English.
They really are. And then the parables themselves, the stories, offer these fantastic intellectual shortcuts. They give us nouns and adjectives that instantly summarize complex ethical ideas or situations. Take the Good Samaritan.
Right. Originally, Samaritan was just a person from Samaria. Right, a geographical label.
Exactly. But when you pair it with good, because of that specific story, it becomes an archetype.
An archetype.
A universally understood symbol or example. The intellectual shortcut is that the phrase Good Samaritan now instantly means, to almost anyone who hears it, a person who gives unexpected, selfless help to a stranger in need.
So you don't need to tell the whole story.
No.
Yeah.
You just say, my neighbor is a real good Samaritan, and people immediately understand the depth of kindness you're describing. It saves so much time.
That's powerful. Okay, what about the prodigal son? That story seems packed with the vocabulary, too.
It is. You get words like waste, return, father, forgive, embedded right in the narrative. But the key vocabulary nugget, the deep dive word, is prodigal itself.
Prodigal, what does that mean exactly?
It's a high-value adjective. It means someone who spends money recklessly, who is wastefully extravagant. Spendthrift is another word for it.
Ah. Okay, so the entire lesson of the story about wastefulness, regret, leaving home, returning, being forgiven, it's kind of encapsulated in that single word describing the son.
To a large extent, yes. Using the word prodigal immediately brings that whole complex situation to mind for someone familiar with the story.
And these stories also give us lots of other concrete nouns, don't they? I remember things like shepherd, sheep, seed, soil.
Absolutely. And learning these words in context through a story makes them stick so much better than just memorizing a list from a dictionary.
Yeah, context is everything, which actually leads nicely into what you called compassionate English, using simple phrases to show care and understanding in real life.
Exactly. It's about how we use language to connect and support each other.
And the key seems to be directness and empathy, like the question, how can I help you?
Yes, it's polite, of course, but it's more than that. When someone is clearly struggling or in distress, asking this directly is an actionable, kind intervention. It offers concrete support.
It opens the door for them to actually ask for something specific.
Right. And similarly, when someone is sharing difficult news or expressing strong emotions, a simple, I understand, can be incredibly effective.
Even if you don't fully understand their exact situation.
Even then.
Yeah.
It primarily shows that you're listening, that you're acknowledging their feelings, that you care enough to try and understand. It offers validation.
Validation. That's a good word for it. Okay, and the third phrase for compassionate support.
I'm here for you.
Simple. What does it convey?
It means I will support you, or I am with you through this. It's a statement of solidarity and steadfast support during a difficult time. These 3 phrases, how can I help? I understand. I'm here for you, are really high-impact tools for building trust and showing you care.
Very practical.
Okay.
Let's wrap up by focusing on maybe the internal aspect, the language of confidence, positive affirmations, drawing from the source's emphasis on belief and possibility.
Yes, that's a great place to finish. There are expressions inspired by these teachings that focus on potential and inner strength. For instance, with God, all things are possible.
Now, again, setting aside the specific theology for our language focus, the key takeaway here linguistically is the reinforcement of that word possible, right?
Exactly. It functions as an immediate, powerful counterargument to any feeling of limitation or impossibility. It frames challenges in terms of potential success.
It shifts the mindset.
It does. And similarly, consider the statement, your faith has made you well. Faith meaning strong belief, and made you well meaning healed or restored to health.
So the underlying concept linguistically is about the power of conviction, that believing something strongly can actually influence the outcome.
That's the implication, yes. It demonstrates how language can be used not just to describe reality, but potentially to shape attitude and maybe even reality itself through the power of belief.
Interesting. So to bring all this analysis right down to daily practical application, can we isolate a few simple phrases that really govern attitude for just, living a more peaceful or positive day?
I think we can, based on the themes we've seen. First, perhaps a simple commitment. Let's be kind today.
Just a straightforward decision. Focus on positive interactions, friendliness.
Exactly. It's like an immediate mental reset button for your attitude towards others for the day.
Okay. What else?
Second, maybe an expression of gratitude. Something like, thank you, Lord, or however one might phrase it.
So concisely acknowledging good things, appreciating what you have.
Yes, cultivating that mindset of gratefulness, which is often linked to well-being.
Makes sense. And a third one?
Finally, maybe a commitment to personal effort, separate from the result. I will do my best.
That's a good one. It's not about guaranteeing success, but about guaranteeing your effort and attitude.
Precisely. It shows dedication, a good attitude towards whatever task is at hand. It's as a personal standard of engagement. These kind of simple attitude-driving statements are maybe the ultimate high-utility phrases for navigating daily life positively.
Wow. Okay, so this deep dive has really taken us on quite a journey. From those absolute basic A1 commands.
Like, follow me.
All the way through the, complex structure of something like the Lord's Prayer. Understanding words like hallowed and temptation.
And the power of nouns like peacemaker.
And then back down again to these really simple, high-impact emotional phrases we use or could use every single day. I understand. I forgive you. I will do my best.
And I think what we've seen is that the sheer efficiency of this ancient language, its ability to pack so much meaning into simple structures, makes it a powerful template even for modern communication.
We saw how simple words carry immense conceptual weight.
Exactly. Their enduring usefulness comes from that ability to convey maximum care or command or commitment with minimal linguistic complexity.
So, the final thought for you, the listener. What does all this mean for you? We've looked at texts that build ethical frameworks, not through complex philosophy, but through clear, simple phrases about attitude and action. So the challenge, or maybe the takeaway, is this. Think about how consciously using some of these simple, positive framework phrases like, I will do my best, or let's be kind today, could immediately shift, maybe even elevate, the quality of your own daily interactions, regardless of your background or beliefs.
It's about the intentional application of attitude through simple language.
That seems to be the real power hidden in these intellectual shortcuts. The simple words really do hold the greatest power.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's it for this deep dive. We encourage you to continue exploring these powerful concepts and these high-efficiency phrases in your own conversations and learning.